Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. So tonight I received a message from a Wing Chun friends asking me how to study the Wing Chun SLT so he be able to master it. So I decide to share with you this tonight. If we are not following this, you know it is hopeless. One will never really learn anything. So all of this, before even I'm sharing with you, this is all in Chinese. All of this, I can put it in the very simple way. And that is, just be a computer. Be a microprocessor. A microprocessor in the computer, you give it one instruction, he execute the instruction completely, exactly. Okay? You give a microprocessor an instruction, he will do that. The microprocessor or computer will not go by its own, doing its own stuff and going looping all over the place. So, in today's language, if we want to study SLT properly, we want to be like a computer. We execute on the instruction clearly, accurately, one by one, and nothing else. See, in the past 100 years, we are not doing that. That's why when the ancients say "一级kam yong ma," the latter two clamping yang stance. You look into history, how many actually ask, what are you talking about when you're talking about the yang? Or the positive, the yang, the positive. Did anybody go to the ancient Chinese classic, found out what is the yang? You look around, 99.999% in past 100 years didn't do that. That's why today, most what people do when they talk about 一级kam yong ma, the clamping yang style, what did they do? They're clamping the yin side. That's why you suffocate. So if one is like a computer, I get the instructions, I execute as it, then there's no such problem. And also, the computer will not execute one instruction and go run by itself, go off topic, and run his own stuff, or go to his own subroutine doing his own stuff, and the computer thinking that he is actually execute the codes we feed them. The computer don't do that. The computer just execute one code, instruction number 1, and then go for instruction number 2, and then 3 and 4 until it's complete. Instead of just you execute one line and then go somewhere else and then thinking it is execute what you fit in. But we do that, especially now. In traditional Chinese martial art, in Qigong, it's all like that. You execute one line, you don't even execute one line sometimes. You just go for your own subroutine, and then you come back, you're thinking you have already completely execute all the instructions. Well, how can one learn with those kind of stuff? That's why I said, be a computer. Bruce Lee said, be like water, my friend. Hendrik said, be like a computer if you want to learn proper SLT. Instead of going somewhere else, add on something, go off topic, what are you going to learn? If the brain is not clean and clear and accurate, it is hopeless. In fact, we are human. We are better than computer. Computer can do the executions of its instructions. We have awareness, which is many times better than artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence cannot have the observations or the awareness human have. Disregard of how powerful it is, because disregard of 1,000 years from today, they don't have that. They only be able to get data and predict, but human doesn't have to. Using an awareness, a snapshot, we know what it is. Okay. So right now, if we are running our cell, our brain, even worse than a small computer, a small microprocessor, a slowest computer, slowest microprocessor, then it is hopeless. See, 修炼套 is, as we all know, is a Buddhist art. It is inherit 1,000 years of Chinese culture. It is advanced technology about human. Okay? So Bruce Lee said, be like water. Hendrix said, be like computer. Always execute one instructions before another instruction. Always don't go running around on some kind of subroutine thinking that one is running instruction. So be like computer. Then one be able to study 修炼套 or other Chinese martial arts or Qigong properly, or Buddhism properly, or Taoism properly, or meditation properly. Otherwise, it is hopeless. Mark my word. Okay. So I'm going to go with you on this Chinese so that you know exactly what happened. The first is 依教奉行. This is print in all Buddhist scripture, the sutta. 依教奉行, all Buddhist sutra. After the teaching of the Buddha, now every sutta is recording the teaching of the Buddha. After the end, at the end of the sutta, it always says this, 依教奉行. So what is 依教奉行? 依教奉行 is like the computer. 依教 is following the teaching, the instruction. 奉行 is execute. So here, 依教奉行, in all Buddhism sutta, at the end it will tell you, following the instruction to execute. After the teaching of the Buddha. So if you want to achieve, to attain what the Buddha is teach, one better follow the Buddha's instruction, execute it that way. Instead of the Buddha tell you one thing, you go the other thing. Instead of the Buddha giving you a program and with lines of instruction, then you go your own way, interpret your own way, explain your own way, believe your own way, and then you come back say, I'm the king of this, I'm the king of that. King of what? So this is Buddhism. Sorry, no face is given here, and also without following this, you are not going to attain anything or any states which is the Buddha is teaching. Period. Okay? So that's how serious it is. And this is exactly like, just be like a computer, okay? That's what Buddha's teaching is about. The Bodhidharma is about. Instead of sitting down there thinking what I want, imagine my way, you know, the heaven way, the law of attractions, or what the heck, no. You follow what exactly the instruction the Buddha teach. It's like I'm the computer. Buddha give me an instruction, I just execute whatever it is, then I'll get there. Otherwise, it's going to go nowhere, okay? Now, in the first line of the 修炼套, it is in the Wing Chun Inception. The first line of 1850s 修炼套 in the part 1, it say 记忆会神. So in the translation here, this is Y1. It says, quiet the mind, return to awareness. Quiet the mind, return to awareness. Quiet the mind, return to awareness. In our Western language, you know what does that mean? That means call yourself back. Okay? 记忆回神 meaning quiet the mind, return to the awareness. It means call yourself back. Meaning again, like the computer, you are going to execute an instruction. So don't running around all the world, okay? Call yourself back, then you can execute it. If your self is not back, like in the Chinese say, you eat in this bowl, you eat the food in this bowl, and then you're thinking something else. So what are you eating? Okay? You're eating something in this bowl, you don't taste it, you don't care what you eat here, you look out there and you're thinking something out there. So what are you eating? So the first thing is said, call yourself back, okay? If your self is not back, you can learn. You're in some kind of fantasy or some kinds of hallucinatory delusional zone. How can one learn? And over here it said, this is the practice instruction. Okay? Wing Chun Inception. 眼要对手. Your eye must track your hand. Your hand must obey your heart or your mind. And your hand has to be executed following your mind. That's what Queen Chong Sam Fat. Okay? It's not that my fist, my hand has to come out from here, source from here. No, it means that whatever you do, your execution has to follow your mind. 一丝不苟. Okay, English it means the details of the mind and body synchronization has to be meticulous, meaning that you follow exactly, accurately. So again, it's like a computer. You get an instruction, you follow the thing exactly as the instruction. So again, the eyes is monitor tracking the hand, and the hand has to be obey the mind. Instead of the mind go its own way, the hand go its own way, okay? And the hand is actually how to say that, directed. The hand is directed by the mind, meaning that you execute this movement or anything, your mind asks your hand to execute it, you execute it that way. And it has to be accurate and precise. So this is what it is. Again, it is be like a computer. Not going off topic, not going my way, your way, what way? So, you know, we all say that, Wing Chun is from Shaolin, from Mui, from Jisim, the Buddhist monk, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is the teaching of the Buddha. This is the teaching in 1850s. In today's language is be like a computer. If we cannot do that, we cannot discipline ourselves to follow instructions, to call ourselves back before we do something else, and when we do something else, we really know what we are doing, aware of what we are doing, tracking what we are doing instead of daydreaming. So if we follow this, we will be able to effectively learn Xu Lim Tao, even into the most details. Without following this, forget about it. So this is what it is. I like to share with you. It looks like that this is not important, right? But this is the soul of the entire thing. You miss this, you miss entire thing. I have been in this field for 40, 50 years. Many people talk to me and all this kind of stuff. Very rare people go doing this. Very rare. Most people, when they ask me things, I give them instruction, they never follow it. Why do I know? Because I check your state. I say, well, what do you get? What result you get? They'll go talk about something else. And then there's some grandmaster follow half instructions and say, well, I learned that from Hendrik. How can I know? Well, look at the result. So we all like that, right? We all like that. That's why the Yi Kam Yong Ma, the simple stuff, the most simple stuff, Yi Kam Yong Ma, letter 2, clamping yang stance. Yang in Chinese is very particular. It write down, it define, it is the yang side of the body. But today we clamping the yin side, we say it's Yi Kam Yong Ma. We make movies and then we make all those heroes standing in that Yi Kam Yong Ma, which is actually Yi Kam Yang Ma. Because there's the yin, there's not the yang. So go back to the step 1. Do everybody follow what the ancestor teaching? No. So why all this thing mess up? Why all this breathing stuff and everything mess up? Because of that. So you say, oh yeah, Hendrik, you get a teacher who teach you this? No. It's because I screw up like you too. The only difference is I have much more screw up than you. So I know. So by telling you this, maybe it's very difficult for you to swallow. But if you swallow that, accept that, and you go with the ancestor way and the Buddha's teaching, then suddenly you learn so many things. You were so clear on things. If we don't follow this, it is all this delusion stuff, okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today, okay? Don't go off topic, be like computer. You only execute one instruction one time. Get it 100%, get it accurate, get it precise. Because Wing Chun teach us, the eyes have to follow the hand. The hand has to follow the mind. The mind give the instructions for what the hand need to be done. It is a synchronization loop. It is not going somewhere else, okay? Just go around the world and whatever. That's why if you look at that, in the past 100 years, very weird issue come up here. You look at Tai Chi, you can see so many the last name and this Tai Chi, that Tai Chi, the Wing Chun, the same thing, this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun, that Wing Chun. Now the question is that really Tai Chi? Is that really Wing Chun? Or it is just something people don't follow this rule, and then they create whatever they want. So is that still Wing Chun? Is that still Tai Chi? And no wonder you don't know what it is. Because as like the Yi Kam Yong Ma, the letter 2 clamping yang stand, you don't go check the ancient Chinese or what it does mean. You just go saying, oh, my teacher said it this way. Because you do it that way, I do it that way, then everybody do it that way. So this is a reality. This is to share with you today, tonight, okay? Serious stuff. If we cannot get our mind straight like a computer, it's hopeless. Because we are even more worse than the lower speed computer. In the engineering term, this type of operation is named as unreliable in engineering term, because they want the machine to execute instruction clearly, accurately, fully. And if human couldn't even do that, so it is like the machine, which is we name it as unreliable, unrepeatable, unreliable. When you get something which is unreliable, like your cell phone, you ask it to do one thing and you go do something else, are you going to stick with it? You say this is just a garbage, it's junk. We are human, we're supposed to be better than artificial intelligence. Why do we need to get ourselves into that position, unreliable? We couldn't even think straight. As the ancestor have already taught us. The reason I wrote all this kind of thing, all this in details, is to take the ancestors' instructions and the evidence, put it in today's language, in English, so that we all can understand. Seriously, it is hopeless if you say that I'm going to get a study, a PhD, to translate all whatever content here. It is hopeless. You can have 10 PhD, you cannot do it. Why? You need to know the ancient Chinese culture. You need to know Buddhism. You need to know Chinese medicine. You need to know martial art. You need to know momentum. You need to know all of this. And you say, well, I want to translate this thing, the ancient classical into English. How can you do that? Because you need to know all this thing in order to know what it is. So that's why I make all this thing. It's an education. Otherwise, we only translate words which have no meaning. And when there are words which have no meaning, how can you follow the instructions so you get result? It's just like in the other videos on the standing in the I said this E.G. Kam Yong Ma. If you're standing there right away, your breathing get deeper, right? Natural low abs breathing. What do you need to do? You don't. You just follow the instructions, right? So today's technology like this thing is good because it can verify. However, we can have all the science and all the theory and all this philosophy. If we do not know how, then you don't have it. You lost it already. You and I can argue what is E.G. Kam Yong Ma until the end of the world. However, if we do not know what is the process or how to execute this E.G. Kam Yong Ma so that you can get result, then it's all wasting of time, wasting of your life, because we don't know anything about it. It's just opinion. I think so. On things which we have no way to know what it is, and we are not sure what it is. So that how and the verification is extremely important, it's critical. And in fact, as I put it in all this book, like in the Wing Chun Inception, about the Qi, once you read this about the Qi, nothing in this world get out of that field, okay? And in fact, is that I know it all? No, I just tell you, share with you what the ancient ancestor is talking about. And we just have to follow instruction. So remember, Bruce Lee said be like water, I say be like computer. Okay?